Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thanks for joining me today. If you're joining me live, type in the chat box below live. If you're watching me on the replay, type in replay on the chat box below. One common question I'm asked every week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, is why did you become a coach? And so I wanted to share with you why I've become a coach and what I get from being a coach, because it's quite an exciting field to be in. So if you're joining me live, say good day. If you're joining me on the replay, type replay in the chat box below. One of my first jobs, I was a paper boy, and my uncle owned a news agency called O'Brien's News Agency. So on the weekends, I would go to O'Brien's News Agency, which was in the Coles Mall in Richmond. And my first job was to fold newspapers. So before your smartphone, in the days in the 80s of the newspapers come in multiple sections and they had to be put together. And my job was to put them together, and then I was to go out and sell them. Charlene, thanks for joining me from Scotland. Nice to see you there. So my job was to fold the newspapers and then to sell them. Now, on a Saturday morning, I would earn about $2, which was a very well-paid paper boy, thanks to my Uncle John. After I'd make my $2, I would go out and I would give 50%. I'd give $1 to the Salvation Army. And my mum asked me, she said, "Daniel, why do you give away half of your pocket money or your earnings to the Salvation Army?" And I said to Mum, "Mum, I just like helping people." So from a very young age, I knew that I liked to help people. Jojo, thanks for joining me from Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are joining us now live, say hello. Let me know where you're joining me from. If you're watching on the replay, let me know. So I was giving away 50% of my income, and I'd give it to the Salvation Army. And I said to my mum, I just want to help people. So from a very young age, I knew that I was a people helper. Maybe this has happened to you. Maybe from a young age, you've always known that you've just wanted to help people. For me, I always dreamed of being a doctor. But as I learned about what doctors did, now I know there's many different types of doctors. What I imagined in my mind was a doctor cutting people open, giving them surgery, giving them injections, immunisations, and asking them to take medication. Jeremy, great to see you there. Now, I didn't want to do that, but I wanted to help people. I didn't know what psychologists were. I didn't know what counsellors were, but I just wanted to help people. Now, as I started to grow and develop, I remember it was around about age 14, and I was doing a lot of wakeboarding. And around about age 14, I realised I had this really good ability to help other people do tricks. I wasn't doing the tricks for them, but what I was able to do was I was able to visualise in my mind what these tricks would look like on the wakeboard. I was then able to break it down to 3, 5 or 7 really basic steps and then communicate these steps to the other riders. And what I found was that I could break down these tricks and then I could instruct other people on how to do these tricks. I had never been able to do these tricks in my life. I wasn't doing them. I wasn't practicing them. I wasn't even interested in them, but I could tell other people on how they could achieve the trick. So in 1996, my brother and I were interviewed in a water skiers magazine. And in the water skiers magazine, they were asking us about our special skills. So I had to answer what my brother's special skill was, and he had to answer what my special skill was. Now, at that time, back in 1996, and I want to share it with you here on the screen, I was identified with having a hidden talent of being a good coach. So this photo was taken in 1996. Oh, by the way, I was only 73 kilos then. I'm 93 kilos now. I'd been wakeboarding for 2 years at that stage. But my hidden talent, and let's just focus right in here, it was on being a good coach. And so I knew at this age that I was a great coach and I wanted to do more of it. So I spent a lot of my weekends coaching other people on how to water ski better and how to become better wakeboarders. So I knew at a young age I wanted to be a coach. So what about you? Are you a coach? Are you a people helper? Do you like to help people? Do you get a buzz from helping other people achieve their goals? Well, I knew it from a young age, and I want to know if the same applies to you. If you like to help people, just type your name in the chat box below so I know that you're a people helper. So that's where my journey started. I'm making newspapers on the weekend. I'm giving 50% of my income away to the Salvation Army. And Mum asks me, why do you do that? The response is, I just want to help people. I start doing sports and I want to help people become better riders. And I was able to do that through coaching. Now, over the years, I've also gone on to coach celebrities. Recently, I was on an Australian television show with Australia's top celebrities. We have Sarah Harris on the left-hand side. That's me in the middle. We have Kerry Ann Kennelly, and we also have Merrick Watts on the outside and Amanda Bishop to his left. And so I was on Australian television, national television, going out to millions of people coaching celebrities. And it was a lot of fun. And I had a real kick out of helping the best of the best achieve their goals. So this is what I love to do. I love to help people get what they want. On a recent trip to Malaysia, I went over to Malaysia and I coached 300 people. Now, this was before COVID-19 and you're allowed to have large events of this size. And so I was able to coach 300 people at one time. And that gives me a real buzz. So I got into the field of coaching simply because I'm a people helper. People are important to me, and I like to see people overcome their mental and emotional blockages and unlock their potential. So that's why I become a coach. If you're a coach, I'd like to know why you've become a coach. If you're thinking about becoming a coach, let me know in the chat box below why you would like to become a coach. So that's the first question. People ask me, they say, Daniel, why did you become a coach? So hopefully you understand, and I've answered that clearly. The second thing that people ask me, they say, Daniel, what happens inside a coaching session? Oh, welcome back. We dropped out there for a moment. So the other question is, Daniel, what happens inside a coaching session? Well, I want to show you what happens inside a coaching session, because what we've got to be able to do, we've got to change the way we think and feel. And what psychologists tell us is that our thoughts influence 95% of our feelings. And if we can change the way that people think about their problems or the challenges, if we can change the way they think about themselves, automatically they're going to experience different emotions. And it's the emotions that drive your behaviors. It's your behaviors that determine how far you go in life. So what I know is, if you've got a goal to be a self-made millionaire, if you've got a goal to run your own business, what we've got to take control of is your actions and your feelings. But before all of that, you've got to change the way that you think, because it's your thoughts that produce your feelings. Your feelings determine the actions that you do and don't take. And based on those actions determines the quality of your life. So I'm going to give you a look inside one of my coaching sessions, and I'm going to show you what happens. It's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun in the process of coaching. So you're going to see something very special here, and I hope you really enjoy it. So let me share this with you now. Well, this was a this was a very special event. This is an event that I held in the UK, and I was teaching my friends on how to become a coach. And one of the things in the process of coaching, we're going to change the way that we think, and we have to change the way that we feel. Yes, Ken, you're at this event, and that was absolutely incredible. And both ladies have gone on to make some incredible changes in their life. When I'm teaching people how to utilize a science called neuro linguistic programming. And in my opinion, NLP is the psychology of success. It's your ability to change your thoughts and your feelings very, very quickly. And if you can associate new thought patterns and new feelings with tasks every single day, all of a sudden what happens is you become very motivated. For these two ladies, they had some old habits. They had some old habits that were holding them back. And once we were able to change the way that they perceived themselves, once we were able to change the way that they looked at these situations, they could quickly regulate their emotions really fast. And you could see them here losing their plot, losing their mind, laughing about their old problems. And once you learn to laugh about your own problems, you can quickly change the way you think and you feel. And as you feel better about yourself, you know what you do? You stop self-sabotaging. And in my opinion, self-sabotage kills more careers than anything else around the world. Self-sabotage kills and poisons relationships. Self-sabotage stops you becoming unlimited. You know, these self-sabotaging behaviors, they can kill any chance of success within 10 minutes. So what we've got to learn to do, we've got to learn to change the way we think, and we've got to learn to change the way that we feel. So if you've thought about becoming a coach, if you'd like to learn to become a coach, I'd like you to type your name in the chat box below, and I'm going to invite you to a private event that I've got coming up in a couple of weeks where I'm going to be showing you how you can become a coach. I'm going to show you how I've become a coach and built an international business and the secrets behind that. So if you're wanting a change of lifestyle, if you want to become a coach and you're a people helper, and you've considered coaching, then I want you to come along to my open day. It's going to be held on the 22nd of October. So type your name in the box below and I'll invite you personally. Well, I'm going to show you this video one more time because you know what? Laughter is contagious. And if you can help your clients laugh at their old problems, then success is guaranteed. Have a wonderful day.